So we're here at Martinsville Speedway.
Sure felt like it, didn't it?
Jesus Christ, man. What a wild-ass race. Yeah. Final four is set. We were both wrong, so that's fantastic.
We're mostly right.
Yeah, 3 out of 4. Yeah, in our own ways. Fucking Alex Bowman won. Denny Hamlin got comeuppance. Chase Elliott got dumped. Woo, woo. And most oh no. And most importantly, we get to talk about how many times Josh Bilicki wrecked. Can't wait. Big Moter Smol Blade from Martinsville, and it starts right now. What's up, you bunch of hacks? Okay, that was weird. Welcome to Big Moter Smol Blade podcast, the penultimate episode for at least the NASCAR season. Yep. Martinsville, or the Madhouse at Martinsville, really.
Yeah, Martinsville's something else.
Yeah, it's fucking wild, man. All 3 races this weekend were absolute barn burners. One of them had a flaming pile of dog shit on top of that barn fire, but good Lord.
Yeah.
The whole weekend was pretty wild. Start with the truck race. I mean, hell, the pace car led more laps than anybody.
Pretty typical for the trucks, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I said it was something like 89, like caution laps or something in a 200 or 250 lap race. I don't even know what it was.
250, I think.
Yeah. And then obviously Zane Smith ended up winning because Stuart Friesen and Todd Gilliland got a pissing contest at the end, and he advanced. Xfinity race, that was kind of redeemed the truck race. It was a pretty solid race. Yeah, and of course we all know, as what happens every week in Xfinity, Daniel Hemrick almost wins and then doesn't.
Yeah, he has a knack for that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's real good at it. Maybe he might not have to win next week, but we'll or this week
we'll get it.
And then Gregson won the race, shotgunned a beer in front of everybody. I was hoping. Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. Surprised he didn't puke like he did when he won his first truck race in Martinsville. And then the Cup race. Yeah. Cup race, really, pretty tame. Nothing really happened. No one, pretty standard.
Until lap 260.
Shit. Yeah. Stage 1, stage 2 were pretty tame, and then all hell broke loose. Good Lord.
Yeah, my mom was about to fall asleep during stage 2, and then stage 3, it was just
hell. I was about to fall asleep during stage 2.
Well, yeah, we had like 2.5 hours sleep, so.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, like everybody talking, it's every single Martinsville fall race. They're like, oh, maybe this will be a tamed one because stage 1 and stage 2 are like, a normal race. And then everybody's like, oh shit, what the hell happened? I'm like, the same thing that always happens in every Martinsville fall race.
I'm just wondering what the hell happened 5 years ago would make everybody just not step on any toes and be real calm about everything. That was crazy because before and since we haven't had anything like that, but that race was just completely calm the whole way through.
Well, Jimmy Johnson won, that's why.
Yeah, but would Kyle Busch have played Denny Hamlin or raced Denny Hamlin so cleanly for 30 laps while he's holding him up this year? Hell no.
No. Hell, the next year he fucking booted him out of the way.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Anyway,
back to 2021.
Back to current day.
Man, stage 1, really not much happened. Ryan Blaney was not good. Really wasn't a factor all the race long.
Shocker cutoff race 12 team.
I guess, yeah. I didn't think it was a surefire Final Four pick, but these 3 tracks I thought lined up for him to have a pretty good shot at it.
And they did. They were running pretty good at Kansas and got taken out, and that's what killed them, really. And then Martinsville, they just did not show up. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, dude, they were bullying Blaney there at the beginning of it. I mean,
Yeah, he was slow as fuck.
yeah, I mean, yeah. Fucking Dylan took his left rear off. Like, I mean, just destroyed his left rear fender. And that kind of set the tone for Blaney's race. He was literally back half of the top 10 or outside the top 10 the entire day. It wasn't even close to making it. 3 actually ended up blowing a tire because of some of the damage he had with the 12 later on in the race. Chase Elliott won stage 1, and then your boy just spent on pit road.
Yeah,
he was having a good Martinsville run finally. Then
he was trying to wreck the damn thing for the first 50 laps, and then got caught by Chase. Finally calmed down a bit. He just kind of rode a little bit, and then he's like, "Fuck it, I am speed on pit road."
God bless America.
Yeah, good thing they got that fixed and it didn't happen again.
Oh yeah. You don't think? Yeah. Well, funny thing is, it did. He sped on pit road late in the race and kind of put him back.
Then he just kind of pussyfooted around, trying not to piss anybody off. So,
did he speed somewhere else twice in a race?
I not off the top of my head. We'll maybe talk about it later. But off the top of my head, I can't think of anything.
It was Phoenix, wasn't it?
Possibly, maybe Phoenix.
Was it Phoenix, Seth? Did Kyle Larson speed twice on pit road at Phoenix in the spring?
It was definitely Phoenix, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I hate my life.
Yeah.
He's gonna lose to Martin Truex Jr., the wettest of wet farts.
All right, David.
I had to use it, sorry. You steal shit from Twitter, so I get to steal shit from David Land.
Chase won stage 2, clinched the spot there. He led, God, how many? I wrote it down here. He led 289 laps. That's a lot.
Yeah, you typically don't win when you lead 280 laps. I've never experienced that though.
What? Oh, okay. I don't know what the hell you're talking about there. Yeah, Chase, I mean, absolutely. He had the best car for much of the race, but the damn it seemed like he led, that opening chunk after he got by the 5, and then it looked like the 48. I mean, if it wasn't for the damn cautions hindering Alex, I mean, Alex kept running him down, and caution come out.
Yeah. Like clockwork, man. Like clockwork every single time.
As soon as he got to Chase's bumper, fucking 52 would wreck or something.
Yeah, it was getting frustrating. I could kind of feel this one not happening for Alex. It was just like, all right, he's clearly better over a longer run, but we're never going to get one of these, so it doesn't matter.
No. Well, and then that leads us to our next thing. Fucking every week, man, I think maybe Rick Ware won't give us anything to talk about.
Why do you ever think that? This is like
every fucking week there's something about Rick Ware Racing to talk about. Fair enough, though. It wasn't necessarily their fault. Well, the 52 goes into 3, gets sideways under Quinn Half. He's already wrecked the car like 17 times.
Yeah.
Takes Quinn Half out, and then Quinn Half goes and wrecks him under caution right in front of a safety truck.
Yeah.
I mean,
that wasn't very smart.
Like, why did they? It's just so baffling that these guys. I mean, Junior talked about it when he ran that Xfinity race at Richmond. He was like, "You get back in pack, you motherfuckers race hard." Yeah. I guess. Shit. I mean, they were. I don't know that they were really racing that hard, but God, I mean, it's not first time. I mean, didn't the 51 clobber the 15 at the spring Martinsville race?
Yeah, he just junked him then, and
these damn back markers, man, they go hard.
Yeah, Rick Ware Racing's trying to apparently secure Matt DiBenedetto for next year. So,
bruh,
that's what I've heard. We'll have to see about that one. I bet they'll talk about his love for Christ and his patriotism.
God. Yeah, we don't have anyone that does that.
No,
ever. I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk about either of those two things ever in my entire life.
In any sport, ever, never.
No,
heard that. No,
never. Anyway, they penalized Quinn Houff 5 laps, which I thought was they said it was because he spun him out in front of a safety truck, but
I guess that still seemed a little harsh. They're going like 25 miles an hour when it happens.
yeah, no, I mean, hell, penalize the guy 5 laps. What did Quinn Houff finish? Fucking -3 laps down or something? Well, I guess would that make him? No, that was stupid. That would make him ahead of everyone else. No, I guess he was 503 laps down to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put him in the negative.
-3
Oh,
laps.
well, I guess you got to add in that we had an overtime, right?
504 laps.
Oh, it was 504 laps in total?
No, the race was 501 laps.
Okay.
You said -3, so 504 laps down.
Yeah, I mean, he went lap down on lap 2. So, I mean,
he was still not as slow as James Davison at Bristol, though. So I'll give him that one.
Yeah, I think he might have beat Michael Nett's record of finishing 500 laps down.
It's easy to do if you get wrecked on lap 1, though.
Yeah, facts. It wasn't even. Yeah. Where were we talking? Oh, 52 kept wrecking. Cost the 48. 48 dogging the 9. Finally get a caution, and
they actually helped Alex.
Yeah, 99. I think it was got spun, and
I think the 12 got into him or something. Or no, was he just there? Did he get into him?
No, I think it was the 12 or so. It was something weird.
Yeah.
Someone brake checked somebody, which
Martinsville.
Yeah, exactly. Couple guys stay out. I think it was like the 41, the 3, and someone else. Might have been the 22. Stay out. 11 and the 19 get by the 2 Hendrick cars. They set sail. Alex finally gets past the 9.
Yeah.
Finally gets past
when
the
they're
9.
in third.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, Chase has had the best car out race long. I'm thinking, Chase is just going to mow through the field. Or at least follow the 48 up through there. But I mean, him and the 2 getting a pissing contest there for a while.
Yeah.
I mean,
like Chase is locked in, so I can see, like, hey, whatever, fuck it, we're just gonna go for it. But I don't also like you're locked in, and I don't understand that mentality of. It just doesn't make sense, like strategically. Because, like, if you're if you need to pass the 2 next week, I don't think Brad was pissed off about it. From what it sounded like, he felt bad about getting into him. But still, like, you take a risk of pissing somebody off. And Kyle Larson, when he got back in the pack, he's like, hey, I'm going to play nice as I can with Kevin Harvick here for 30 laps trying to get by him because I don't want to piss him off. And Chase Elliott's just like, oh, I don't care. Whatever. It's just not that I think anybody's going to, like, wreck somebody at Phoenix, but you're getting lapped. You're going to hold them up. Yeah, they'll run you real hard. So it just doesn't seem smart when you're already locked in to do something like that. But hey, Chase doesn't. Yeah, smart.
And
anyway.
he had like the second fastest car in the field, right? And so, and here he is. He bulldozed through the 22 going into 1. Talking about Elliott. I mean, bulldozed through the 22 going into 1. He hit someone else. He kept hitting Brad every time they went into turn 1. He knocked the 2 up the hill. Never could get by him. Finally gets to the outside of Brad, and Brad goes to the corner. Is like, fuck this! I'm taking your ass out. And I mean, good on Brad because I mean he wasn't going to take it, and I don't know. It just you saw 2 opposite game plans there. You saw the 9 wanting to win the race. Which fair enough, but also racing like a dick and not really doing him any favors for next week.
Yeah.
Whereas Larson's, speeds on pit road 17 times.
Yeah.
And then is like, all right, well, I'm not going to ruffle any feathers because I'm going to need all the help I can get next week. Yeah. So it's kind of,
And it's just smart. If you don't need it, I mean, you're not, especially if you're in Larson or Elliott's shoes, you're not racing for points anymore.
Yeah.
You're literally just riding around, and wherever you finish is just bonus if it's good. So Kyle can compartmentalize and be like, hey, I'd love to win, but it ain't worth pissing off half the field to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And at that point, I mean, Chase, I mean, he had a good car. He didn't really have the winning car, but I mean, you never know what could happen anyway.
No, but I'd argue at that point the 48 and the 11 were probably better. They didn't.
I mean, it looked like hell. It looked like the 2 was better at that point. Shit.
2 was pretty good, but he couldn't get by the 18.
Yeah, God. I think it was right after Chase's incident. 19 gets some damage, and he ends up in the wall. I mean, Kurt gets some right front damage, and then Kurt just drives him into the fucking fence off of 2.
Yeah.
And then knocks Truex back. They didn't have any tires to put on, so he's just kind of moseying on around there, trying to not lose as many spots as possible, and really kind of cream rises to the top. The 2 and the 18 all of a sudden are up there going for the win. And then the 19s, you know, back in the pack. And now it's like a 1-2 point gap between those 3 guys going for the final 4. It seems like it happens every year at these cutoff races where it's always a couple points is going to make or break, you know, what's going to, you know, who's going to make it and who's not. And so, I mean, it's Martinsville in general. Last year, it was the same way. I don't remember actually at Phoenix too much, but I mean, it's like, it's always like we've been saying the past couple of weeks, they put these cutoff races. They did it perfectly. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the playoff system, but I'll give NASCAR all the credit in the world on this one. If you're going to do this, you got to make your cutoff races exciting, and they have absolutely nailed it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I give them a lot of credit for that. At least if you're going to do it, it should definitely be as entertaining as it can be, because it's already kind of a farce. So just entertain me. Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
I was very entertained on Sunday.
Yeah.
But I wasn't watching the points battles. I was watching Clyde and Brad and Dennis.
Kyle and Brad.
Alex. Kyle and Brad. Yeah, that was gnarly too. Martin Truex taking the beating up fucking piece of shit and finishing 4th with it or whatever.
Yeah. Finally, you know, after all this, 2 gets wrecked, or 2 wrecks to 9, 19, you know, does whatever. There's a caution with like 25 to go or 30 to go or something. Set up a restart, and it's moto, 48 versus 11. 48's finally gonna have a chance to take this lead, it looks like. And him and 11 are having this awesome battle. I mean, great battle. Alex is right there, you know, dogging him. He gets under him, can't get through. I mean, first of all, the multiple grooves, it seems like it's always one race a year. It's never both Martinsville races where you see the multi-groove come in. And it's weird. There's no reason to it.
I think it's a temperature thing, because it's always seems to be the fall where the outside works better than the spring. So I feel like it's a cooler temperature thing. Maybe the track.
Well, no, because I mean, I noticed
it doesn't lay rubber as much when it's cooler. So maybe that keeps the outside line kind of cleaner. I don't really know.
Well, I remember last year it wasn't. The top didn't come in.
Yeah. But I don't remember, was it cold or was it warm or what was it last year?
I don't know. We weren't there.
We weren't there. Thanks, Virginia.
But yeah, I don't really know. I've definitely noticed some spring races where it's been warm enough and it's been multi-groove. I don't really know what the reason anyway.
Yeah. But I mean, outside was good enough most of the race, because the 9 would take the outside a lot, and the 48 raced him, so they weren't making.
The 9 took the outside because half the time it was a teammate underneath him, and he could take the outside, get a great jump, and go.
Well, I'm saying when it was the 48, he raced him. He didn't let him go on a lot of those.
Yeah, but
he wasn't going to run him up the track, but which is obviously
the thing. Yeah.
the disadvantage you have when you're on the outside of Martinsville. A guy can just decide to run up the track and you're kind of fucked. But
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, do you want to put a guy who needs to get into the playoffs behind you on the inside to move you up the hill, or do you want a teammate on the inside of you that you know is not going to move you up the hill and you can get a good jump and clear him off the corner? But it produced some good racing. Hamlin ran the top. Bowman couldn't get by him on the bottom, and finally, brakes are getting hot, tires are wearing. And finally, Alex goes down in the 3 and slides up in the 11 and takes the 11 out, and an absolute eruption of cheers when the 11 gets turned.
Yeah.
And good Lord, Martinsville is about the loudest house in NASCAR.
At least per capita.
Yeah. I mean, because, I feel like it used to be Talladega back when Junior ran, but good Lord, I mean, the whole Chase and Denny thing, you heard the fans loud and clear then. Matt and Joey and Denny. I mean, it's like crowd gets into it at Martinsville like no other, and it's awesome to be a part of. And we've been there for very much all of these moments. Yeah, and God, Denny got turned. The whole place goes nuts. I don't know about you, but I was sitting down there. I was like, that was at the time we didn't realize Alex got loose. I thought Alex just went in there and took him out.
I thought he did too.
And I was sitting there. I was like, that was not the right move for this time, because it was like 5 to go, and I was like, you did that 4 laps too early.
Yeah, that was my initial reaction. That was dumb if he did that intentionally at that moment. Because he just brought 2 guys who absolutely have to win right back to him.
Yeah, Kyle and Brad. Yeah,
but it was becoming increasingly clear that that Alex was going to have to move Denny. Denny just rolls the outside so well at Martinsville. It's so hard to pass him. He demonstrated that in the spring too, when he would hold off Ryan Blaney for, lap after lap after lap after lap. He just, something about the way Denny drives Martinsville, he is very difficult. Spring this year. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Well, no, you said it. That's what I was thinking of with the multi-group. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. But he's so hard to pass. It was becoming increasingly clear that Alex was going to need to move him. To get by him. More than likely. Because Denny's not likely to put a foot wrong there.
Well, Alex did move him at one point and gave it back to him.
Gave it right back to him, which I didn't fully understand that. I feel like if you're going to move a guy at Martinsville, just run like you stole it.
I look back on it. Alex said he gave it back. It doesn't really look like he necessarily gave it back. He didn't really put up much of a fight once Denny got underneath him. But Denny definitely moved him back.
Yeah, if he'd have blocked him there, he'd have got sent. So I think that was part of that. But
he spins the 11 out, sets up a restart. I'm sitting there. I'm like, wow, 48's about to get sent.
Yeah,
by the 18. For a couple reasons. Kyle Busch needs to win.
Yep.
Brad's right there. Brad also needs to win. Kyle knows he's got to make quick work of this 48 car.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Kyle started on the outside, didn't he?
Yes.
Okay, so Bowman's on the inside of row 1. Busch is on the outside of row 1. Brad's behind him. I thought the 18's going to hit him. The 2's going to send him. Whatever's going to happen. I thought for sure Kyle was going to hit him. Just basically because Kyle probably saw that. I thought Kyle was like, okay, well, you just wrecked not only my teammate, but the leader. Yeah. Why can't I do that to you? Because, that's what he did in 2017 when Denny wrecked Chase.
Yep.
He went back in the corner the next restart and ran Denny up the hill. He's like, if he could do it, why can't I?
Kyle usually races with a bit of a subjective recency biased morality in the race car. He'll race you clean until he sees a reason not to, whether that's you racing him bad or dirty, whether not that Alex was really dirty, but if you're watching it from third place, it probably looked like it. Or or just the competition around, then yeah, that's kind of Kyle Busch's green light, so to speak. And if he could have gotten to him, he would have absolutely moved him.
Yeah.
In the race.
Well, and it was funny. I thought also, because there was one instance in the race earlier before, it was soon after that second to last restart, Alex runs Kyle Busch all the way down to the inside wall in turn one. I thought Busch was going to wreck him right then.
Yeah.
And didn't. And I'm like, man, if Kyle can get to him, he's gonna send him.
Oh, yeah.
They get the restart. Well, on the restart, it looks like Truex might be out of it, especially with Kyle and Brad being right there. It looks like probably one of them could win the race if they could get to the 48. But everyone just says, here, Martin, here's the top.
Yeah.
I mean, Martin went from however, I don't even know how many rows back. He basically gained 3 rows.
Yeah. So he went from like
2.
row 6 to row 3 or something like that, right?
Yeah. Something like that. And so then it sets up, then the urgency really building. Kyle and Brad need to win this race. And they get the restart. Bowman gets a good restart, and Kyle can't get to him, and that was it. Alex Bowman won the race.
Not for lack of trying. Kyle Busch sent it into turn 3.
He almost sent it into 3. He almost got the wall off of 2. Or he almost got the wall off of 4 coming to the white, and the wall off of 2.
Yeah.
It's something about that 48-88 team. Every time they get knocked out of the round of 12, they go and win one of the final 8 race or the
round of 8 races.
Round of 8 races, yeah. I mean, they did it with Junior at 2 years in a row in Martinsville and Phoenix, and then Alex. But Alex wins, and then Brad clobbers Busch off of 4, and then goes and him and Kyle get into it down in 1. I mean, they were racing the shit out of each other all race long. I mean, I told Mom sitting next to me a couple times, I was like, 18's gonna, or 2 or the 18's gonna wreck each other here in a minute.
Yeah.
And neither one of them make it to the next round. Truex advances. So it sets up the 11, the 5, the 9, and the 19. Hendrick v. Gibbs going to Phoenix. But Kyle Busch gets out of the car, misses the final 4. Brad misses the final 4. And Kyle basically says, I should go over there and whoop his ass right now. Hilarious. Should have done it. Would have loved to see it. That would have been the greatest thing ever.
We probably wouldn't have noticed. We'd have been booing Denny Hamlin too much.
Oh, my God, dude. Yeah. I was waiting for it, too. I was like, I thought they would at least have words. I don't know. I think Kyle was just kind of done with it. Like, I was like, man, we weren't good all day. And then we had a shot and didn't get it. But.
Like, I don't know what Brad was thinking there. Like, yeah, I'm going to wreck him for second, gain 1 point when I need 3. Like,
yeah.
What?
I don't know. Maybe he was hoping for 48 field tech. I have no clue.
Maybe. Yeah.
No, I don't think Brad's.
That'd have been the biggest bullshit way to get in the final 4.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think Brad was just tired at 18. He's like, all right, we're both out. Fuck you.
Yeah, probably.
Kyle gets out of the car, yells some expletive or says some expletives, calls Brad calls what he did fucking
slur.
Mental. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Kyle will be headed to some NASCAR sensitivity training.
Well, at least they're being consistent. That's what they sent it.
Yeah, exactly.
To, so
it's like, I don't know. Kyle's smarter than that. He should have known. Like, you can't say that. Like, you can't. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what
Kyle, he was thinking.
Yeah. But
is what it is now. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to be as big of a backlash as, Kyle. But
no, absolutely not.
Kyle Larson. But anyway, that was it. Nothing else happened. Nothing happened on the cool down lap or anything. Alex just got out of the car, gave a wave to the crowd, went home, and that was that.
Did a sick burnout that nobody interrupted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Denny does a Bowman Gray style. I'm going to pull up to you. You won the race. You wrecked me. you're not doing a fucking burnout.
Yeah.
And I mean, pulls up next to Alex. Alex pulls around him, does a little spinneroo, and Denny and they kiss each other. Right on the noses.
They kiss each other 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
Yeah. Denny gets some tongue in there, and burns it down. Denny's in the car like, fuck you. Alex is like, bro, chill. You see in the video, we'll put it in here. You see in the video I took that was right there in front of him. Alex is in the car like, like chill.
Chill, guy, chill.
Yeah. I got mixed opinions on whether that was. One hand, I mean, it really wasn't that big of a deal. But on the other hand, it was like, damn, dude, like that's a little bit Bush League.
A little bit, but I'm not even gonna lie. I enjoyed every fucking second of that. I did, man.
It certainly divided the crowd right now. Well, no, not right now.
No.
But there were definitely people booing Alex, but then God, Denny gets out of the car and it is a rain of boos at his home track. And ever since that incident back in 17, ever since that incident in 17, they have booed the shit out of Denny Hamlin at Martinsville.
Except when he took out Joey Logano. They like that.
Yeah. I wish Alex would have gotten out of the car and be like, sure, Tech Racing.
He would have. Not that there's a roof, but the roof would have fucking come off that place if Alex Bowman had said.
They would have blown the roof off the hot dog stand if that would have happened.
Alex was like, well, a wise man once said, it's just your generation.
Alex was apologetic about it. He said, he's like, I got loose. I didn't want to wreck him like that or race him like that. You know how it goes, but whatever. Bowman wins. That was fun. I don't know. Yeah. I was a little bit happy about that. It was a fun time, I enjoyed the race. I had no bias towards anything at all.
Get a water bath.
Fun time. Yeah, exactly.
Just a good race, man. Just a good race.
That's the thing is there was so much, like batshit craziness going on. But with all that, it was still really great Martinsville racing.
Yeah. And it proves that, yeah.
Yeah. And that's what creates this shit. It's not, it's because the drivers are so good there. And they do like to detach their heads and put them on the floorboard sometimes. But most of the incidents outside of your 0052 shit, most of the incidents are guys just driving hard. The 3 and the 12.
Yeah.
They're just driving hard. The 48 and the 11, just driving hard. The 2 and the 9, really, just driving really hard.
It wasn't complete, just I feel like you didn't see guys just completely throw their heads on the floorboard and, I mean, I feel like Quinn Half and any Rick Ware car, I mean, I feel like their heads start on the floorboard. So, I mean, I feel like
their heads are hollow.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, Martinsville cannot be the championship race.
Oh God, no! You would take away every single thing that's great about Martinsville if you make it the final race.
That's not even that. You went completely left with what my point was. You cannot have this be the championship deciding race because you can't have. I feel like you'd have a guy you'd have the final 4 running where they're at, and you'd have the final 4 running where they're at, and someone would get knocked out of the way, and that would be how it ended. Right?
I feel like if it actually was the final race, it'd be a whole lot more like Phoenix, where it's just the final 4 up front, and then everybody else is trying to play safe and not piss off the gods, NASCAR. That's how I feel like. I feel like it just kind of ruined Martinsville, to be honest with you. But
yeah,
I don't really know. But I think it's perfect where it is right now. I think it's
I think it's good, and I think it builds hype for Phoenix. And a lot of people are saying, build hype for Phoenix, but Phoenix isn't going to be as good of a race. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Is Phoenix the perfect championship race? No. I mean, Homestead was great. There's plenty of other tracks that could be better. But I think it builds a lot of hype. People are going to watch the race, and they're going to see a race. They're not going to see bullshit chaos like Martinsville could be sometimes. You can't have a place like Bristol, Martinsville, Daytona, Talladega, even a road course. You can't have that be your championship deciding race. You need a track.
I felt like for a while it needs to be kind of not a boring track, which
but it's got to be it can't be a absolute,
it's got to be a normal race.
Exactly.
That's to me.
And we're back 5 minutes later.
Absolutely. 5 minutes. I've upgraded from Red Bull to big ass beer.
As one should. Sorry about that. Some technical difficulties seems to be the theme of the episode, right?
Yeah.
As we were saying, Martinsville probably shouldn't be the final race of the year. Should probably be at a more tame track like a Phoenix or Homestead, or like a Homestead NASCAR. Oh, God damn.
We're all getting syphilis up here.
Yeah. Oh God, no. That's could have chose any other disease, guy. Anyway. Now. Okay. You can't say that.
You said any other disease.
No. Okay. Anyway.
I'll believe it. Fuck it.
Thank you. I lost track. God damn, this happens every episode. You say some wild shit and I lose track of what I'm saying. Anyway, it's time for a thing. Bloody Pulley Safari was a little bit muted this round. We hit the traffic that everyone hit on the way to Martinsville. We did not have to run a mile to the track like Kyle Busch did, but that took a while. Then we had some footage that we ended up not being able to use, and then we had some technical difficulties, some audio difficulties, and it was just an absolute cluster fuck. I was trying to say fuster cluck, but that didn't pan out. So anyway,
fuck your cluster fuck.
Yeah, it is a promise to you all 17 subscribers that we will do a better job next week. Thank you to the people who did contribute to Bloody Pulley Safari, and by people I mean person. So with that being said, it's time for a Bloody Pulley Safari.
Wait for it.
So we're out here at Martinsville. It's right there. You see it. Pan guy. Pan. There you go. He did it. See, we're teaching him right a little something. I'm Buddy, obviously. We're here with my boy Mike. We're trying to get him to get a new shirt. It's not really working out too well. Yeah. As you can see, I'm having a very merry off season. He's still dealing with the pressure of the playoffs. So how are you dealing with that right now?
Well, I'm pretty good with the fact that we got a good point lead. Probably only got to finish the top 15 to get out of here and go to the championship race. But I'm also selfish. I want to see my guy win a race. So I've only seen one so far in my career, just going all the races I've been to. So I want to see my guy win, but ultimately championships on the horizon. So that's what I'm looking for.
My bad. Boy, for tonight, you think Karma's going to get him?
Well, you never know. Anything can happen. I mean, a wreck in the first 50 laps could really do you in. But giving to your guy with the merry off-season he's having, I'll say he didn't get stage points early. I think if Chase gets stage points early, it sets him up pretty well. But again, everything changes at Martinsville. One little backup in the first corner can change the whole thing. You get through the first stage, if Chase got good points, I think he's probably safe through there. I still think it's going to be Gibbs versus Penske for that.
Do a skeleton, because apparently that's our thing now, talking to skeletons.
Good people.
Yes.
They say whatever I tell them to say.
Yeah, exactly. So who's going to win today? Kevin Harvick? That's weird. You're wearing a 9 hat. Thank you. Yeah, okay. What's your opinion on Kyle Busch? And just like that, we're back. Now,
The magic of it.
the magic of editing. The magic of Sethery.
Sure.
Thank you to Mike for talking with us. You were the sole provider of, or sole contributor to Buddy Boy Safari. Thank you to the people that we couldn't use, but also not thank you. Phoenix,
Fuckers.
Final Four. It's finally here. Holy shit. It feels like yesterday that we were bitching about Michael McDowell winning the 500. And now here we are today.
Feels like yesterday we were driving down to Daytona for the road course race. I'll be completely honest with you.
Feels like yesterday I was punching a hole in my wall because Ryan Blaney and Chase Elliott wrecked in the clash and Chase didn't win, and I was mad about it. I'm kidding. That didn't happen.
Boy, how times change.
Oh, how the turntable. Final Four. We have Martin Truex Jr., Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Larson. Martin Truex, obviously, going for his second title. As David Wayne put it, the wettest of wet farts, if he would be the best analogy we could use if he won the title. Kind of has just been there all year. Hasn't really set the world on fire, but also he's tied with Bowman for the second most wins on the year.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like it, though.
No, it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
And it barely feels like he's been there. But he's been consistent. Well, no, he hasn't been consistent.
Not really. In the
won some
playoffs.
races.
In the playoffs, he's been
put
pretty
it together
good
in the playoffs. Yeah. Chase Elliott, obviously, going for his
first oval
second
win in a year.
Going for his first oval win since Phoenix last year.
Yeah.
And also for his second straight title. Obviously, the Madhouse would be very happy if Chase McDougal ended up with the second title. Apparently, someone tweeted, they were like, Georgia hasn't won a major title since however many years ago until the Braves won, and I'm like, Chase Elliott won last year. But, I guess it wasn't. I guess it turns out it wasn't that big of a deal anyway.
Apparently not.
Yeah, maybe it'll be a bigger deal if he wins 2 in a row, right?
Wait, when was the last time the Braves won the World Series?
Dude, I don't know. I don't watch baseball.
Let me look at my clock. 95. Who won the Cup title in 95?
Jeff Gordon. Where are you going with this?
You know who my driver was before Kyle Larson?
Jeff Gordon.
And you know who just won the World Series?
Jeff Gordon.
Sure. The Jeff Gordon of baseball, the Atlanta fucking Braves.
And
Kyle the fuck Larson. I don't know. I'm just saying, putting 3 and 2 together, making 5.
Okay, guy. That's one conniption you can go with. That's not even the right word. It's late.
That's not what that word means at all.
We're
We're gonna roll with it.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can just end the video now. We know Larson's gonna win now that the Braves won.
Sure. Yeah. Let's continue previewing just in case.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah. Anyway, Denny Hamlin going for his first title. I feel like we've said this so many times over the years. He's gone into the final race of the season 6 times with a chance to win the title, or this will be his 6th, I think. Yeah. And he hasn't gotten it done. Is this Denny's year?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna be the question, right? And then obviously we have Kyle Larson. He's
done nothing all year. I can't believe he made it into the Final Four.
Yeah, he totally hadn't won 9 races. He's won 4 playoff races. No, 5. No, 4 playoff races. He's been the best car all year. He's been the fastest car all year. Even when they weren't the fastest car, they figure out a way to win. So, I mean, it's I feel like this is one of the best Final Fours as far as like across the board. Like, you don't know who's going to do what.
Yeah, especially with it being at a track like Phoenix.
Yeah.
Hamlin's won there in the past. Obviously, Elliott won last year. Truex won in the spring. Kyle's run good there in Chip Ganassi equipment. Also spent on pit road twice in the spring. Could have challenged there before that. They were pretty good before that. But
yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, it's been the theme of Larson all year. He hasn't been he wasn't that fantastic there with Ganassi, but he, all year long he's run better at tracks that he was never a factor at Ganassi.
I don't take into account hardly anything that happened at Ganassi except the tracks he ran well at.
Yeah. I mean, Denny won there recently, but that was with a different package. But also Denny's been better at the 750 package overall as far as speed and whatnot. The Gibbs cars have had the Hendrick cars beat at the 750.
The non-road course 750s.
Yeah. You look at the tracks similar, like, a Richmond or a New Hampshire, and it's been the Gibbs guys that are up front primarily. I mean, Denny led a lot of laps in Richmond, in both Richmond races. I don't really remember New Hampshire too much.
New Hampshire, Gibbs would have won if the NASCAR hadn't let the race run under rain.
Oh, yeah. They did that thing again.
Yeah.
Truex obviously won Richmond, won Phoenix in the spring. So, I mean, they were looking better on that end. And then you look at Chase Elliott, he was half a second better than the field last year. I mean, and everybody freaks out when he fails tech.
Yeah.
He failed tech and drove through the freaking field and was, just ungodly fucking fast last year. So,
yeah.
But we also know the reason for that as well. And getting into that next, so something a lot of people don't know that we learned recently. Normally the cars go to the R&D center. What is it? No. Normally cars obviously are teched at the track, right? For the championship race, a week before or the week between Kansas and Martinsville, the 8th and 9th race of the year, the 8 drivers who are going for the title, they send their Phoenix cars off to NASCAR R&D. NASCAR techs it, looks at everything, makes sure everything's right. They put a lock on, what was it, the motors?
Motor.
They put a lock on them. Huh?
They put a lock on the motor. Basically like where they hang the bodies, like the key spots where they hang the bodies.
Where they joint together, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how they lock that, but that's
probably. I think they said they marked it.
Mark it. Okay, so put like a sealant on it, and then you can tell if it's been tampered with or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then they put a lock on the suspension parts to make sure the teams, this is, and when they return to the track at Phoenix, obviously the cars that don't make it, doesn't really matter about the locks, or not the locks. I don't know if they're physical locks, but it doesn't really matter about the NASCAR approval. They can kind of, they got to go through tech like anyone. I'm not saying the Final Four cars still have to go through tech, but they've already teched these parts of the car, these other parts of the car, right? So they have a week to take it back to the shop and flub with it. They have a week to massage the parts they want to massage, and do little things. NASCAR is not going to be looking as much at those because they're like, all right, we've already teched these cars. We know the motor's good. We know the suspension's good. this part, all these parts are good. So they've already teched it. So but the teams have a week to fuck with it. Where they, do what different things with the shape of the bodies, or, I guess that wouldn't be too much if, they're going through tech there. And then you have something, about the decal, the vinyl wrap that they put on.
Yeah,
Tell us about that.
On the spoilers, they will leave parts of the decal without glue on it. Or not the decal, the wrap. They'll leave part of the wrap without the glue on.
And they put an adhesive on to kind of seal it to the car a little bit. But yeah, anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but it'll come up during the race and add hundreds of pounds of downforce to the car. And
just a little, it coming up just any little bit.
Yeah, and with the tiny spoilers they got on the 750 package, that's means the world, obviously.
Huge, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
What it was is
expect that fully out of the 5 and the 9 for sure. I wouldn't be shocked if both of them failed tech.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. It's like, it's kind of that thing, the 9 failed tech last year. It's kind of like, they massage on these cars. They do 5 things to it, make one of them obvious. Now start catches. They think they got you, and then they didn't. And that's how you end up half a second faster in the field.
Yeah, and that's what the 9 team did at, what was it, Watkins Glen this year?
Yeah, with the shark fin. Yeah.
Yeah. They put the wrong one on. It was too thin or whatever, and then just took it off in 5 seconds. That was from door bumper clear, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, with the wrap, it's like, they put it on the deck lid the wet way. It comes up just enough to deflect the air over the spoiler instead of hitting the spoiler. And there's your extra pounds of downforce. And they do all sorts of, other things on there. Trying to make sure I didn't miss anything there. Smarter people than us can explain this way better, but the kind of gist of what they're able to do. And that's probably why you see these, it's probably why you see a Ryan Newman, who hasn't been relevant all year, screw his way into the Final Four. And, oh my God, Ryan Newman's up there leading laps with, Kevin Harvick, Joe. That's why you see the 4 championship guys at the front of the field. They have a whole freaking week to do whatever to their cars.
After it's already been prepped fully. Yeah.
Exactly. So, it was an interesting thing to hear. It was very eye-opening to like why we see these guys, why we see the Final Four guys always at the front every single time, every year. And it's getting, it's gotten more prevalent over the years.
Yeah. And I'd always just assume that they gave them a smaller spacer. Honest to God, I just always assumed that's what it was. And to find that out, it makes
no evidence, just kind of.
Just based off the eye test, man, it looked like it, did it not?
Just by the eye test, yeah. So I mean,
now they still might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Next year, the championship 4 cars roll in with 900 fucking horsepower.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. So we'll see. You got to look at your favorite driver if he's in the Final Four, and if he fails tech, you might want to, I think we all know based on last year, you might want to, might give me, what am I trying to say? You might need to get a little bit more excited.
You need to get a little more alcohol.
Yeah, a little more alcohol and prepare for the party, because they might be bringing home the cup. Yep. So moving on, kind of hit on this Truck Series Final Four. It's going to be Zane Smith, Ben Rhodes, Matt Crafton, and John Hunter Nemechek. Then Xfinity Final Four, Noah Gragson, AJ Allmendinger, Daniel Hemrick, Austin Cindric. I guess we'll go ahead and give our picks for that.
All right, trucks. I've got John Hunter. That's easy. I mean, unless somebody junks him, which is also very possible.
Hasn't made many friends.
No. And then Xfinity, I don't know. I would love for it to be AJ Allmendinger. But probably going to be Austin Cindric. So I'm going to go with him as my pick.
Gonna go back to back. All right.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna go Zane Smith for the trucks. Don't really know why, just kind of feeling it. And then I think we've been saying it for a while, and even we've been saying it for however long, and then they happen to say it.
Oh yeah, duh.
On board to clear. My buddy, I think Daniel Hemrick is going to win the Xfinity Championship without winning a race. John Hunter's in the 54. I think John Hunter wins the race, and I think Daniel Hemrick. Oh,
we lost your video.
We lost my video. John Hunter wins the race. I think Daniel Hemrick wins the Xfinity title without winning a race ever. So we'll see what happens there. Final four. This is it. The final picks of the year, guy.
I'm picking my man's
Chase Elliott.
Oh God, no. I'm picking Kyle the fuck Larson.
Well, who the hell am I gonna pick?
We said for the championship we can pick the same guy.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
But please, for the love of God, pick Denny Hamlin. I can't.
Well, the only time I picked Denny Hamlin this year, he's won.
Fuck. Pick Chase then, please. Because
then
whenever you pick Kyle Larson, he fucking loses.
All right. But whenever you pick him, he wins.
I know. So I don't know how that's gonna work.
So I'm gonna pick Kyle Larson to win the title. I don't know. It's like we were saying, I feel like this is the best Final Four we've had. I feel like it's the most heads up you can really make it. I mean, last year would have been that way, but a certain someone was missing. But I feel like these are the four most deserving guys to be in there. And there you can make a case. Dude, I mean, who are you going to put in there other than Truex?
I think Kyle Busch is better all year.
Yeah, I mean, you could kind of throw that head. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Maybe not by as much as I think, but
yeah. I mean, you can make a case for any of these guys why they should and could be the champion. And I mean, I think it'll be a hell of a race.
Yeah.
Now, if the 9 goes and fails tech again, then I'm turning off the TV and we're going to go fucking play Cards Against Humanity or something. And
yeah.
The
9 fails tech and the 5 doesn't. I'm going to be like, what are you doing, Cliff? What are you doing?
Be disappointed if he doesn't fail tech.
Well, I don't know. It might be different now with practice and qualifying, but
oh yeah, that's right. They are doing practice and qualifying.
Kyle's been pretty good this year when they've had practice and qualifying. They won Charlotte, they won Nashville.
They didn't have practice at Charlotte. They just had qualifying.
Oh, just qualifying?
No. Did they have practice? No, maybe they did have practice. I don't remember. Not like I was there or anything.
Yeah, calling me at Indianapolis, telling me what happened.
What, man? I wanted to tell you on the poll.
I know.
Yeah.
If they win pole and don't fail tech, I'm going to be concerned.
Yeah. See, you're putting it. You're in your head already too much.
I've been in my head. I've been in my head
trying
since he won Texas.
Dude, Seth's been in. He's been trying to play this off like he's so calm, cool, collected. He's like, even if Larson wins or Larson loses, I won't be that bad because whatever. Oh, and I don't. I'm expecting him to lose. This motherfucker.
Don't let him to lose.
Don't let him fool you at all. He is jittery as a jitterbug, and he is so gosh darn nervous for this shit. This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
isn't this your first Final Four where you're trying? No, you had Gordon in it. Yeah. Well, I mean, you knew he wasn't gonna win.
I knew Jeff Gordon wasn't going to win.
I woke up that morning and said to myself in the mirror, Kevin Harvick's gonna win his second title today. Look how that fucking worked out.
I kind of figured it was going to be Kyle Busch because it just made too much sense in the playoff landscape for it to be Kyle Busch.
I was gonna sneeze there. You mentioned Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
That's it. This is I was about to say it's the last one of the year, but it's not. We got to recap Phoenix.
Recap Phoenix, recap World of Outlaws weekend. We got some
Yes,
episodes
we're going to World of Outlaws.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
Going to World of Outlaws World Finals this weekend.
We are legitimately going to do Buddy Pulley Safari.
We are, yeah, that's going to be a good one. It's going to be a real good one because I don't know dick about dirt racing.
I know a little
and
bit, so I know a little bit, so
yeah. See, yeah, we're good. We're gonna be good. So that'll be fun. That'll be coming out the week after Phoenix. And we'll recap all the fuckery and all the haberdashery, and that's a haberdashery is a fucking wallet store or something for me. What is with my words tonight?
I don't
Fucking,
know.
we're gonna recap all the shit that happened in Phoenix. There we go. I'm trying to be like fancy with it.
Yeah.
All the fucking shit that happens in Phoenix. We're gonna recap John Hunter obliterating the Truck Series field. We're gonna recap Daniel Emmerich coming through turn 4 at Phoenix.
Blowing a
coming to the white
tire.
flag. Coming to the white flag. They do 9 overtimes. He nails the restart every time. Blows the tire in turn 4. Fucking makes it across the line. Wins the race and then fails tech and loses his first win and title that way.
Oh.
And then we'll recap Martin Truex Jr. winning in the championship.
You know damn well it's going to be Clyde. We can't have nice things.
Look, I picked Kyle Larson, so I'm that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, I mean, you did pick Kyle Larson, but we
did.
We know, damn well how much content we'll be able to get out of Clyde winning. So
content. Yeah. I don't know. Anything else you want to add to
this? No.
This right here.
I think I'm good.
You think you're good? Okay. You nervous?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm
yeah.
nervous for you. I stopped giving a shit when he didn't win 5 in a row, or when he didn't win 4 in a row, and he can't win 5 in a row. So I don't give a fuck what Larson does now.
I'm fine with 4 out of 5. Don't
Yeah.
me none.
Yeah.
You're the only motherfucker on the planet who thought he was going to win Martinsville. So
hey man, he's looking good there for about 20 laps. All right, cool. Yeah. Phoenix. It's next. Championship's next.
Big the fuck motor, small the fuck blade. I don't know what that was.
What he said.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Good night.
Have greetings